Yo guys, welcome back to another video where today we will be speaking about the game week 34 games that went on this week. So let's start with Crystal Palace versus West Ham. Now Bowen crossed it in for Souček, who scores and makes it 1-0. And then Elise, a beautiful ball to Ayew near post, and then he scores as well, so that makes it 1-1. And then Elise passes it across goal to Zaha, who just puts it in with his left foot into the top right corner, and that makes it a 2-1 lead to Crystal Palace. And then Schlupp takes the ball off Souček, and then he puts the ball into the net and makes it 3-1. And then a corner is whipped into Souček, and he heads it to Antonio back post, who puts it into the net, and that makes it 3-2. This game was super entertaining. Now pen for Crystal Palace, and Eze puts it bottom left, and that makes it 4-2 for Crystal Palace. And Souček heads it to Aguirre, who scores and makes it 4-3, and the game ended 4-3 in Crystal Palace's favor. Now Brentford versus Forest. Now Brentford had a shot in the box, but it was saved by the goalkeeper, and Gibbs White shoots, but it's deflected to Danilo, who then puts it away to make it 1-0. He's been super good recently. And Niakate, he tries a bicycle kick, but then it is saved. And Benmi tries a bicycle kick as well, but his went over the net. He skied into Rosie. And then Tony has a free kick, and then he shoots it, and it goes into the bottom right corner past Navas, and that makes it a 1-1 draw currently at that score. And then Da Silva cuts inside, and then he shoots near post, and then that makes it a 2-1 lead to Brentford. And then Hickey shoots so close but wide, and then that makes it a 2-1 win for Brentford. Now we had Brighton versus Wolves. Veltman had a low cross to Welbeck, then flicks it to Undav, and Undav just puts it away and makes it 1-0. And then Enciso, he passes it to Gross, who shoots first time. I mean, what a goal from him. And he makes it 2-0. And then Enciso passes it to Gross again, and Gross just flicks it up a bit and then volleys it right away and just falls into the side netting on the right side. It just it's a outside the boot volley. Very nice volley, and that makes it 3-0 for Brentford. Brighton. And then Estepinian crosses it to Welbeck back post, who heads it in to make it 4-0. And then Welbeck with a left-footed shot outside the box, and that makes it 5-0. I mean, they were destroying Wolves. And then great pass from Brighton. They get the ball back, and Undav chips the keeper, and that makes it 6-0 for Brighton. Now Brighton were so good this game. One of the best performances from a team this weekend, and the game ended 6-0 for Brighton. Now Bournemouth versus Leeds. A ball falls to Lerma, and he places it top right corner. Beautiful goal. He just guides it with the inside of his foot, kind of passes it into the top right, and that makes it 1-0. And then corner taken, and Lerma once again, he scores and makes it 2-0. And then Gnonto crosses it to Bamford, who then heads it in, and that makes it a 2-1 score for that game. And then Solanke puts the ball bottom left, and that makes it a 3-1 score. And then Semenyo powered a low shot into the goal, and that makes it 4-1. And that game ended 4-1 to Bournemouth. And Fulham versus Man City. Now this was an intense game. A pen was awarded for City, and you know who has to step up. Haaland steps to the spot, and he puts it bottom right. The keeper almost got to it, but it was very, very well placed. And then he puts it bottom right, and that makes it a 1-0 for Man City. And Pereira long ball to Wilson, who heads it down to Vinicius, and he makes it 1-1. And then Haaland to Grealish, who curls one, but he hits the bar. And then Alvarez, wow. With a stunner outside the box, he's around them, in the middle. And then he just gets the ball back from the opponents, swivels through some players, and then shoots, and it just curls beautifully top left. And that makes it a 2-1 win for Man City. But we're still going to talk about Mahrez plays it to Gundo, but then it's saved by Leno. Leno was pretty decent this game. And then Grealish to Haaland, but a very, very good save by Leno once again. And Alvarez shoots bottom right, but it's saved once again by Leno. Leno was on some smoke this game, but unfortunately his team did lose. And De Cordova Reed has a long shot, but it went over. And as I said, Man City won 2-1. Now Man United versus Aston Villa. The ball is played to Rashford, but the keeper saves his shot. And then Sabitzer attempts a volley, but it is skied over the net. Then Bruno plays a ball in front of the net, but no one is there to put it home. And then Moreno fires a shot, but De Gea saves it. And then Casemiro tries the shot, but it hits the bar. Then Rashford shoots early, but it is saved by the keeper, and then it falls to Bruno, who then just easily chips it over the keeper and makes it 1-0 for Man United. And Bruno tried a volley, but it was saved by Emi Martinez. And Casemiro once again, he tries a left-footed shot, but it went wide. And Anthony cuts back and shoots with his right foot, but it was a pretty weak shot, so it just goes into the keeper's hands, and that game ended 1-0. Now Newcastle versus Southampton. Now Walker-Peters, he tries a shot, but it goes straight to the keeper, and Sulemana cuts it back to Armstrong, who makes it 1-0 for Southampton. But then Isak cuts it back to Wilson, who then scores and makes it 1-1. And Willock, edge of the box, he tries a shot, but it is saved. And Willock crosses it to Wilson, but it is headed over the net. And Almiron flicks it to Wilson, and he makes it 2-1, but it was ruled offside, I believe. And then we have a corner whipped in to Botman, who then heads it into the net. And he scores his first Newcastle goal. And that makes it 2-1 for Newcastle. And then Wilson beats the keeper, and he also beats the defender and puts the ball into the net to get a 3-1 win for Newcastle. Now this next game was super, super good. Liverpool versus Tottenham. Incredible, incredible game. Trent whips it in to Jones first time, and he places it under the keeper, and that makes it 1-0 for Liverpool. And then Yakbo cuts it back to Luis Diaz, who then scores near post and makes it 2-0 to Liverpool. And then pen awarded to Liverpool, and Salah goes down the middle, and that makes it 3-0 for Liverpool. And then Perisic broke VVD's ankles. I'm pretty sure VVD slipped, but still, bro, he broke his ankles, and then he just crosses it in to Kane, who makes it 3-1, and then Kane passes it to Son, who's 1v1, and Son puts it past the keeper and makes it 3-2. So Spurs were on the comeback. They were the better team, I think, after they went down. They were just pushing in the second half. And Richarlison, he scored his first Prem goal, finally, and he makes it 3-3. But shortly after, a defender makes a mistake, and Jota shoots the ball across goal into the bottom left, and he wins the game and makes it 4-3 for Liverpool. And the game ended 4-3 in Liverpool's favor. Now Leicester versus Everton. A pen was awarded to Everton, and Calvert-Lewin puts it down the middle and makes it 1-0 for Everton. And Soyuncu, off a free kick, he volleys it in the box, and it makes it 1-1 for Leicester. And this was a battle between the two relegation teams. So both clubs can get relegated this season. And Iwobi with a low, or Madison, passes it to Vardy, who then beats the defender and the keeper to score, and that makes it 2-1 for Leicester. And Iwobi with a low-driven volley, which goes into the net and makes it 2-2 for Everton. And it was a very back-and-forth game. I heard it was very entertaining. Unfortunately, I couldn't watch it, but the game ended 2-2. And Arsenal versus Chelsea. Now, Zinchenko passes it to Odegaard, who then shoots first time and makes it 1-0. His shot went off the bar and it bounced down to the net. And then Xhaka plays a low ball to Odegaard again, and a first time shot once again by Odegaard, and he puts him bottom right. And that makes a 2-0 lead for Arsenal. And then it's Messi in the box. Everyone's trying to get a touch. Xhaka tries to get the ball. It bounces off the defender. And then Jesus, he shoots it near post under the keeper's legs. And that makes it 3-0 for Arsenal. And the ball is passed into Madueke, who takes a touch. Wasn't the best touch. It was around right here, but then he taps it past the keeper and defender into the net to make it 3-1 for Chelsea, but they couldn't get the comeback, and Odegaard tries a long shot again, but it is saved, and the game ended 3-1 to Arsenal. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.